Do not turn away from me now. I am speaking to you with an urgency that cannot wait for a better moment, because there is no better moment than this one. Something heavy is trying to cross into your life, and I am reaching you before it arrives. I am not speaking to frighten you. I am speaking to save you. If you walk away from these words, you may walk straight into what I am trying to place behind you. Hear me clearly. Danger grows when guidance is ignored. Protection rises when you listen. This is the simple truth I am setting before you today, and everything else I say will rest upon it. Stay with me now, because this is where your safety begins. You feel something inside you at this very moment, a pull, a stillness that tells you not to brush this aside as another passing word. That feeling is not random. It is the part of you that still hears me clearly, even when your mind is tired and the world around you is loud. I place that pull in you, and I am using it now to hold your attention, because what I have to say cannot be missed. Something is trying to move into your life that does not belong there. It carries confusion. It carries loss. It carries a weight you were never meant to bear. I am standing between you and that moment, and I am calling you to listen carefully so you do not walk into it unaware. This is why I say do not turn away. To turn away from my voice is to walk without covering. You have been through seasons before that shook you deeply. You remember how it felt when everything seemed to fall apart without warning, when the ground you trusted gave way beneath you. I was there. I saw every silent struggle. You never spoke aloud. I heard the words you prayed into the dark when you thought no one was listening. I never left, not even when you turned away, not even when you forgot how to listen. Now, I am asking you to stay, because I am about to guide you away from something that could bring that kind of shaking again, only stronger. If you value your peace, if you value your future, if you value the ones you carry in prayer, then remain here and let me speak into your situation. What I reveal is not meant to alarm you. It is meant to prepare you so you stand firm instead of falling into something you could have stepped around. There are paths forming ahead of you even now. Not all of them lead to peace, though some of them look smooth at the start. You have been close to a decision, close to a direction that seems harmless on its surface, but it carries consequences you cannot yet see. I see what you cannot see. I know where each road bends and where each road breaks, and I am stepping in to turn you before the turning becomes costly. Listen closely, because the next steps you take will shape what follows. You are not weak, and you are not forgotten. Even if you have felt overlooked, even if you have grown tired of waiting for things to change, I chose to speak to you because your heart still listens. In a world full of noise, that is no small thing. It is the very reason my word can reach you now, if you believe I am speaking to you right now. Tap the like button and let it be your first act of listening. Subscribe so you do not miss the rest of what I have to say to you, and type Amen in the comments so that your agreement is written down where you can return to it later. The trouble I speak of is not something you are appointed to suffer. It is something you are meant to avoid through attention and obedience. That is why I am here now. Not later, not after the damage is done. Now, while there is still time to shift your direction, a warning that arrives after the fall is only a lament. A warning that arrives before the fall is a rescue. Receive this as rescue. There are people near you whose intentions are not fully clear. There are situations that appear calm on the surface, but carry hidden weight beneath, like deep water moving under still ice. You have sensed this, you felt it, and then talked out of it, hoping things would settle on their own. I am telling you plainly, ignoring these signals can open doors you never intended to open. Become aware, become careful, stand grounded in what I am telling you. This is not protection through fear. It is protection through attention. Fear closes the eyes. Attention opens them. I am opening your eyes today, my child, because an open eye sees the pit before the foot reaches it. You are not alone in this moment, even if it feels like you are the only one carrying these thoughts. I am closer than your breath. I am guiding you step by step, even in the hours when you feel nothing at all. Every time you choose to listen instead of rushing forward, you place yourself under protection instead of chaos. Every time you pause at my voice, a trap somewhere ahead of you loses its power. There is a shift that needs to happen inside you, and it begins today. It is the shift from rushing into decisions toward pausing and seeking wisdom. You have been moving quickly, trying to repair what feels broken with your own two hands, trying to outrun the ache of uncertainty. I understand your urgency, but hear me. Speed without direction leads to regret. A runner on the wrong road only gets farther from home. When you slow down and listen, you allow me to set the right steps in front of you. This is how you move forward without falling. This is how the snare is broken before it closes. I am not here to take your freedom. I am here to guard your future. Everything I say flows from love, even when it arrives with weight and fire in it. You matter more than you have been told. Your path holds more purpose than anyone has shown you. That is why I refuse to stay silent while something gathers against your peace. I speak because I love you. I warn because I will not stand by and let the enemy of your soul take what I have prepared for you. So stay. Listen. Let every word find its place in you. Declare your Amen if you have faith. There is something unfolding quietly around you. It makes no noise, yet it carries weight enough to shake your peace if you are not aware of it. I am drawing your attention to it now, so you do not walk into it blind. When you stay with me like this, you are choosing light over confusion. That choice is already protecting you even before you understand how. You have noticed small signs lately, moments that did not sit right, words that stayed in your mind longer than they should have, a heaviness in a room that everyone else seemed to ignore. Those were not accidents, and they were not your imagination. They were warnings your spirit recognized even while your thoughts tried to dismiss them. I placed that awareness in you for a reason. Now, I am asking you to trust it instead of brushing it aside. Understand how danger moves. It rarely announces itself. It does not always come loudly kicking down the door. More often, it slips in quietly through decisions made in haste, through friendships accepted without discernment, through distractions that eat the hours I gave you for better things. I am teaching you to recognize it while it is still small. A fire noticed at the first thread of smoke is easily put out. A fire ignored becomes a ruin. There is a pattern that has been forming in your life. A cycle that returns in different clothing but carries the same ending. You know the feeling. Things seem steady and then suddenly everything tilts, and you are left holding pieces and asking how it happened again. I am breaking that pattern now by naming it before it repeats. You were not made to relive the same sorrow in new seasons. You were made to rise above it with wisdom I supply. When you understand, you move differently. When you move differently, your future changes. This is why I speak so plainly to you today. Clarity is the key that opens the lock the cycle has kept you in. Hear this also. There is an influence near you that pulls your decisions slightly off course, not enough to notice in a day, enough to matter in a year. It may feel harmless. It may even feel comforting, but beneath it runs a direction that does not lead to your peace. I am asking you to step back and observe before you give it more of your time, your energy, or your trust. Not everything that feels right in the moment is right for your future. I see the whole field. You see one row. Let my sight guide your steps. You have been carrying a quiet pressure inside you, a sense that something must change without knowing what or how. That pressure is not sent to crush you. It is sent to wake you. You cannot keep walking the same road and arrive at a different city. I am opening your eyes so you can turn. While turning is still easy. When you listen now, you move by guidance. When you refuse, you are moved later by pain. Between those two ways of learning, choose the gentler. 1. I want you led, not driven. There are moments ahead that will test your focus. Distraction will come dressed as importance, pulling at your sleeve, insisting it cannot wait. In those moments, a small voice inside you will say, pause, think, look again. That voice is mine. It has kept you from more harm than you will ever know this side of eternity. If you override it, you will find yourself in places that drain you and choices that haunt you. If you honor it, you will step over pits you never even see. This is how the prudent walk, as it is written, the wise see danger and take refuge. But the simple keep going and pay the price. You are stronger than you think, but strength without direction is a horse without a rider. You have power to endure. Yet I would rather you not spend it on battles you were never assigned. Some struggles can be avoided entirely by one act of listening, one moment of patience, one refusal to rush. You do not need to prove your strength by walking into storms. True strength bows its head and asks which way to go. That is the strength I am building in you. Now look at the door standing before you. It has the shape of an opportunity. It promises progress, relief, a way out. But I am telling you to look deeper before you step through. Not every open door is opened by my hand. Some doors are tests. Some are traps dressed in welcome. The lessons behind the wrong door come with wounds that take years to close. Wounds you were never meant to carry. Wait. Judge the fruit, not the paint. When the right door comes, it will not bring confusion trailing behind it. It will bring peace walking beside it. You have been asking for protection. You have been asking for clarity, for some sign that you are not facing all of this alone. This is that answer. Though it comes differently than you expected, protection does not always look like comfort. Sometimes it looks like a warning that pulls you away from something you thought you wanted. Clarity does not always feel gentle. Sometimes it arrives urgent and direct because it must reach you before you reach the edge. I am giving you both at once. Receive them fully. Safety comes by accepting what I give, not by bargaining with it. And remember who is speaking. I am the one who parted waters when there was no way through. I am the one who shut the mouths of lions and walked my servants through fire without the smell of smoke on their clothes. Nothing gathering near your life is hidden from me, and nothing hidden from me can stand against my purpose for you. The same hand that held them holds you. Say, I believe, if this word is reaching your spirit. There is something in your life that needs to be released. It no longer serves your growth. Yet you have held it out of habit or out of fear of the empty space it would leave behind. It may be a connection. It may be a way of thinking. It may be a routine that feels familiar while it quietly drains you. I am naming it now so you can set it down before it leads you into something heavier. Letting go is not loss when it protects your peace. It is strength in its purest form. The farmer who prunes the branch is not destroying the tree. He is preparing the harvest. You are not losing. You are making room. Trust that what leaves your hands is clearing the way for what I am sending. My word does not return to me empty, and neither will your obedience. You are not being punished, and you have not been singled out for hardship. What you are experiencing is positioning. I see what stands ahead on your road, and I care enough to speak into your presence, so your future stays steady. This is not about fear. It is about alignment. When you align with my voice, you stand firm, even while everything around you shifts. That is the kind of stability I want for you, the kind that does not depend on calm weather. There is a weight that has been building slowly in your days, not heavy enough to stop you, just heavy enough to bend your direction without your notice. It hides in distractions. It hides in sharp reactions. It hides in choices made too quickly, without a single breath of reflection. These are the narrow gaps where trouble enters, not through great events, but through small, unguarded moments. Guard the small moments, and you guard the whole house, my child. I am asking you to place a portion of what you have, something of real weight, upon the altar of this work, as gold laid on the scales of this calling. Let it be a seed sown into deep water, an offering set on stone, not held back in fear. This is proof that your trust rests in my hand to provide, and that your heart no longer clings to lack. As this awakening grows inside you, know that helping with this mission is not a small thing. It is a sign from God. You can support this work through the link pinned in the comment, whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our community. By doing so, you become part of a plan to save souls who are still stuck in fog. Every seed turns into light that fights against darkness. If you water others, you will be watered yourself. What you release in faith does not leave your life. It moves ahead of you into the harvest I am preparing. Now hear what follows the altar. When Abraham lifted his eyes on the mountain, the ram was already in the thicket. The provision was in place before the need was visible. It is the same with you. What I have prepared for your coming days is already set along the road, waiting for you to arrive at it. Your part is not to produce the provision. Your part is to keep walking in trust until you reach it. You have been moving forward with good intentions, trying to do what is right, trying to hold your world steady. But intention alone cannot protect you if it is not joined to patience. There are places where your heart wants to move faster than your understanding, and that gap is exactly where missteps are born. I am slowing you down, not to frustrate you, but to keep you inside my timing. When you slow down, you see clearly. When you see clearly, you step over what would have brought sorrow later. There is someone connected to your life whose spirit does not match the direction I am leading you. This does not make them evil. It makes them misaligned with your assignment. Their presence leans on your decisions in ways that tilt you off course, a degree at a time. A single degree seems like nothing on the first day. After 1,000 steps, it is a different destination altogether. I am asking you to create space, to observe, to guard your heart, for out of it flow the springs of life. This is not rejection. This is stewardship of the path I gave you. You were never meant to carry everything alone, though you have learned to be strong and self-reliant. That strength helped you survive hard seasons. But survival and abundance are not the same country, and the road between them is called trust. You do not need to solve every riddle by yourself while I am standing here speaking. Trusting me means pausing to receive direction before you act. That pause is where clarity lives, and clarity is the wall around your peace. There is a decision ahead of you that deserves more attention than you plan to give it. It looks simple. It looks like something you could settle in an afternoon. I am telling you now, do not rush it. This decision carries weight that will touch not only you, but the ones you love. Approach it with calm. Approach it with prayer. When you do, details will surface that you would have missed at speed, and those details will point you to the right choice, like markers on a trail. You have been feeling a restlessness you cannot fully explain. A quiet discomfort under the surface of ordinary days. That feeling is not confusion. It is a signal. Something is shifting, and you are being called to adjust before the shift arrives in full. Restlessness often comes when change is required, but not yet begun. Do not numb it. Do not outrun it. Bring it to me, and I will translate it into instruction. When you answer the inner signal early, you stay ahead of what is coming. That is how you remain steady while others are caught off guard. Look also at your habits. The things you do without thinking because they are familiar. Some of them strengthen you. Some of them quietly pull you away from hearing me. I am not asking you to overturn your whole life in a day. I am asking you to become aware of what feeds you and what feeds on you. Awareness is the first mercy. Change is the second. If this word is helping you see clearly, like this message, so it stays close to you. Subscribe so this kind of guidance keeps finding you when you need it. And if you are choosing awareness over numbness right now, type "I choose wisely" in the comments. Choose what strengthens you, and you become very hard to shake. A moment is coming when you will be tested, not in a way that breaks you, but in a way that reveals how well you have listened. You will face a choice that looks familiar. Something you have met before wearing different clothes. The last time it cost you, this time you will see it coming. That is where your growth will show itself, not in avoiding every trial, but in choosing differently when the old trial returns. I am preparing you for that moment right now, word by word. When it arrives, you will feel the pull of the old response rising in you. The old haste, the old appetite, the old excuse. And then you will feel something newer and quieter underneath it. The steadiness we have been building together. Follow the steadiness. One different choice at the familiar crossroad, and a cycle that has run for years comes to its end. This is how chains break, not with noise, but with one obedient step. Do not underestimate the power of staying near to me in small ways. A breath of prayer in the middle of an ordinary hour. A moment of thanks before you rise. A pause to ask me before you answer someone. These small turnings are not small at all. Each one strengthens your ear to hear and your will to follow. Transformation is not one great leap. It is 1,000 quiet returns to my presence, and you are already returning. There are layers to what I am showing you, and each day of listening peels another one back. At first, my word sounds like general counsel. Then you begin to see how precisely it touches your life. The decision you have been weighing, the person you have been trusting, the direction you have been considering. All of it is being brought into the light not to overwhelm you, but so you can move wisely. Wisdom is the lamp that keeps your feet on solid ground when everything else feels uncertain. You have been standing at a quiet turning point, even if you did not name it as one. From the outside, nothing looks dramatic. But heaven marks this season in your life, because small shifts made here will decide large outcomes later. You are not stuck. You are being positioned. The bow must be drawn backward before the arrow flies. When you understand that, waiting stops feeling like abandonment and starts feeling like aim. Now attend to your thoughts, because not every thought in your mind was born there. Some were planted by old wounds, some were spoken over you by careless mouths years ago, and took root. Some are whispers from the enemy of your soul dressed in your own voice. When you accept them without question, they begin to steer your actions. I am asking you to slow down and test what you have been believing. Take every thought captive. Not every thought deserves your trust, and not every feeling deserves your obedience. Filter what you receive, and you will protect what you become. You have an instinct I wove into you, a quiet, knowing that senses when something is off before your mind can explain it. There were times you overwrote it, hoping to be wrong, hoping things would improve on their own. Some of your deepest regrets began in exactly those moments. I am strengthening that instinct now so you can honor it without apology. When you feel that inner hesitation, do not push past it to keep the peace or keep the pace. Stop. Ask, listen. That hesitation is often my hand on your shoulder. There is a situation near you that seems stable on the surface, but carries tension underneath. You have noticed the small tells, a change of tone, a silence where there used to be openness. Moments that did not add up. Do not explain these away. I am not asking you to react with suspicion or fear. I am asking you to respond with attention. What is noticed early can be handled gently. What is ignored grows teeth. Learn also what protection truly is. It is not the removal of every obstacle from your road. It is my guidance through the obstacles in a way that keeps you whole. There will always be moments that press you, but when you walk in awareness, those moments do not rule you. You respond instead of react. You consider instead of rush. That single shift moves you from being a target to being a watchman on the wall. There is still a part of you that wants to resolve everything at once, to sprint out of uncertainty because the waiting itches. I understand that ache, but decisions squeezed out under pressure are the ones most often regretted at leisure. I am slowing your hands so your eyes can catch up. Trust this process, even when it feels uncomfortable. A moment of discomfort under my instruction is worth years of ease on the far side of it. You have been carrying responsibilities that feel heavy, managing burdens while letting no one see the strain. In that tiredness, important details start slipping past you. I am calling your focus back before something that matters is missed. You do not have to carry all of it in your own arms. Cast the weight onto me, for I care for you, and I do not drop what I carry. Rest is not neglect of your duty. Rest is trust, wearing work clothes, and set your boundaries even where it feels uncomfortable to set them. You have allowed certain things to continue because addressing them felt harder than enduring them, but they have been taxing your peace, and the bill grows each month. Stand firm in what you know is right for your life. A boundary is not a wall against people. It is a fence around the garden I planted in you. Keep the fence, and the garden feeds everyone who enters by the gate. You have been surrounded by noise for too long. Voices pulling your attention in a dozen directions. Demands stacked on demands. A hum of worry that never quite goes silent. That noise makes it hard to hear what matters. It buries my guidance under a pile of urgencies that will not matter in a year. I am asking you to make room for quiet, even briefly, even imperfectly. I did not speak to my prophet in the wind or the earthquake or the fire. I spoke in a low whisper, and he had to still himself to hear it. It is the same with you. In quiet, clarity grows strong. In clarity, decisions grow wise. This is not about escaping your life or emptying your days. It is about choosing where your attention lives. Attention is the doorway of the soul. Whatever you attend to enters. Guard the doorway, and you guard everything inside. There are conversations coming soon, words that will carry more meaning than they seem to at first hearing. Listen, not only to what is said, but to what moves in you as it is said. Truth has a weight the heart can feel beneath the words. If something rings hollow, do not silence that ringing just to keep things comfortable. Comfort is not proof of truth, and discomfort is not proof of danger. Ask me for discernment in the moment, and I will give it without scolding you for asking. Be careful, too, with what you share and with whom. Not everyone around you understands your journey, and not every ear is safe for your dreams. You have been open in ways that left you exposed, handing the tender things of your heart to people who did not know how to hold them. Joseph told his dream to his brothers and found a pit waiting. Some things I show you are for you and me alone until their season. Silence rightly used is armor. Choose your confidence, the way you would choose someone to hold a flame in a dry field. Speak. I receive this if your heart is open today. There is a pattern of hesitation in you as well, a habit of doubting what you clearly sense. You second-guess the knowing I placed in you, waiting for outside confirmation that rarely comes in time. That hesitation has cost you moments when you could have stepped aside from harm or stepped into blessing. I am building your confidence now. When you sense my leading, you do not need the whole map to take the next step. Trust grows by walking, not by studying the road from a distance. Protect your focus, for it is one of the strongest things I have placed in you. Not every opportunity deserves your yes. Not every conflict requires your presence. Not every need within reach is an assignment with your name on it. Even my son, when the crowds pressed him, withdrew to lonely places to pray, and he did not heal in every town. He moved as the Father directed, nothing more, nothing less. Learn that rhythm when you spend your strength only where I send you. Your strength is always enough. You are stepping into a season where awareness will guide you more than habit does. At first, this will feel strange, like writing with your other hand. You are used to moving on old reflexes, reacting before thinking, deciding before praying. But as you keep listening, you will notice your responses growing calmer, your choices growing cleaner, your path growing steadier. This is the renewing of your mind I promised. It is not loud, it is thorough, and once it takes hold, it changes how you move through everything. Something will soon present itself as urgent, demanding immediate action, pressing you to decide before you can breathe. Mark my words on this: not everything urgent is important, and not everything important arrives with alarm bells. Please know that every seed you plant in this mission will grow into a torch that shines in someone else's darkness. Giving to this work through the link pinned in the comment, whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our community, does not just go to a channel. Your actions are supporting a divine mission to save lost souls. Heaven moves through willing voices, but it grows through hearts that are kind. Urgency is often the costume that pressure wears to bypass your wisdom. When the push comes, stand still. Stillness will reveal whether the thing is truly yours or merely loud. The one who believes will not be in haste. Calm is not slowness. Calm is command of your own steps. Your future is not meant to be shaped by fear. It is meant to be shaped by clarity and by covenant. Every warning I have spoken to you today is a lamp, not a lash. When you are aware, fear loses its grip because you understand what is happening and you know what to do. You are not being led into darkness. You are being led out of it, one deliberate step at a time. And I do not lose travelers on my road. Notice how protection has already been at work around you. There were days you were delayed and grumbled at the delay, never seeing what the delay let pass ahead of you. There were requests denied that you mourned, doors closed, that you pounded on, and behind some of them stood grief you never had to meet. You have been spared in ways that will only be understood when you see the whole story from my side of it. Let that settle your heart about the things I am asking of you now. The timing of all this is not random. You are being prepared just before something tries to enter your life so that it finds you ready instead of surprised. Preparation is the difference between panic and peace. The wise virgins filled their lamps before the shout came at midnight, and when it came they walked in without fear. I am filling your lamp right now. Stay with me while the oil is being poured. You are learning too that my voice has a signature. When something is truly from me, a calm arrives with it even when the instruction is hard. When something is not from me, a subtle static comes with it, a tension that is not resolved, no matter how you reason with it. These signals are not moods. They are part of how I lead you. Trust them, test them against my word, and they will keep you on the path when the fog is thick. There are people who will not understand your path, and their words may plant doubt in you without their meaning any harm. They speak from what they can see, and they cannot see what I have shown you. Do not hand them the pen that writes your direction. Noah built for years under a clear sky, while neighbors shook their heads, and the rain proved the builder right. Listen to counsel with humility, but let my voice be the deciding one. When you stay aligned with what I have spoken you, remain steady even when others question every board you nail. You are learning to trust a deeper sense within you, one that does not beg for constant reassurance. That trust is growing because you keep showing up to listen. When it matures, you will no longer feel lost in uncertain seasons. You will move with a quiet confidence that needs no audience and no applause. It is not loud. It does not argue. It simply keeps walking in the direction I pointed, and it arrives. A situation is approaching that will ask you to respond with clarity instead of emotion. In earlier years, you would have answered from the wound, letting the feeling fire before the thought could load. This time, you will feel something new between the spark and the flame. A pause, space enough to breathe, to pray, to choose. I am placing that pause in you now, and it will save you from turning a small matter into a long war. The one who rules their own spirit is mightier than the one who takes a city. You have been carrying concerns. You have never fully spoken thoughts that circle at night. Questions you swallow in the day because you are unsure where to set them down. Bring them to me out loud. I am bringing them to the surface not to shame you, but so you can face them with understanding instead of dread. A worry named in prayer is already half its former size. You are not asked to solve everything at once. You are asked to stop hiding it from the only one who already knows. Think of the field the farmer lets rest for a season. To an impatient eye, it looks abandoned, wasted, going nowhere, but the soil is being restored in secret. Minerals gathering strength, returning, so the next planting yields double. Parts of your life that look dormant right now are fields at rest under my order. Nothing is being wasted. Do not despise the resting field, and do not force a planting out of season. The harvest belongs to the one who honors the timing of it, or consider the river. It does not argue with the mountain it moves around. It moves under. It finds the low and honest way, and in 100 years it has carved a canyon that no hammer could have made. Your persistence does not need to be violent to be victorious. Keep flowing in the direction I have set, gentle and unceasing, and none of it will be wasted either. What blocks you today will one day be the banks that give your life its shape. There is a situation that may try to pull you back into an old pattern. It will come dressed in familiarity, whispering that this time will be different, while carrying the same ending in its pocket. I am showing you beforehand so recognition arrives before regret. When it appears, you will feel the old gravity stand in the new ground. One clear refusal at the right moment will close a door that has been swinging for years, and you will feel the wind of it stop at last. You are also learning quiet discernment, the strength to observe without instantly reacting. This is no small skill. The one who observes first understands, and the one who understands responds in a way that protects peace. You no longer need to prove anything by speed. Let others mistake your stillness for hesitation if they wish. Stillness that listens to heaven moves faster than haste that listens to panic. Small tests are ahead, not storms, just simple choices carrying deeper meaning than their size suggests. A word you could say and choose not to, an offense you could pick up and leave lying on the road. A shortcut you could take with no one else knowing. These little crossroads are where your growth will show itself. He who is faithful in little will be trusted with much. Pass the small tests and the larger doors open without your pushing. There is a foundation being laid in you right now below the surface where no one applauds. Builders spend long months on ground. No passerby admires digging down before anything rises up. To the hurried eye it looks like nothing is happening, but every stone set in that unseen ground decides how high the walls can safely climb later. I am building deep in you because I intend to build high. Do not resent the season underground. Towers rushed onto shallow footings fall in the first hard wind, and I have never once built you to fall. Remember the desert road. My people walked it between the chains they left and the promise they entered. And the walking itself did the work the promise required. In the desert, they learned my daily bread, my pillar of fire, my faithfulness at dawn, after dawn. If your current stretch feels dry, it is not because you are lost. It is because some things are only learned where the distractions die away. You are closer to the far edge of this desert than you think. Do not sit down in the sand now. The seasons themselves preach this if you will hear them. No winter has ever held the ground past its appointed hour. The tree that stands bare in the cold is not dead, it is scheduled. Sap rises on a calendar, no frost can veto, and the same branch that looked finished breaks into blossom overnight. Your life keeps this same covenant with me. What has gone quiet in you has not been cancelled. It has been dated, and when it is our strikes, no delay of the past will be strong enough to hold it back a single day longer, and through all of it, keep this truth near. You are not being pushed through your life by chance, you are being led through it on purpose. A push comes from behind and does not care where you land. A leading walks ahead of you and prepares where you will stand. I go before you. I level the uneven places. I break through gates of bronze when they bar your road. Follow, and you will find every place I promised already holds your name. Feel what is happening inside you as these words settle. A calm is taking root, a calm that does not depend on your circumstances behaving themselves. It comes from knowing you are aligned, knowing you are aware, knowing you are heard. This calm was not there in the same way before. It has been building through every moment you chose to stay and listen. It will become your foundation, the ground you return to whenever the days turn uncertain. If you can feel that ground forming under you right now, like this message, as a marker of this moment, subscribe so you can come back to this steadiness whenever you need it again, and type "I am grounded" in the comments. So, heaven can see that you received it. When you stand on that ground, you are not easily shaken. You are not the same as you were when my voice first reached you today. Something has shifted, and it cannot be quietly undone. You are seeing more clearly. You are things more carefully. You are answering life more intentionally. This is growth, even though it made no sound. The deepest changes rarely announce themselves. They simply begin, and everything after them is different. Handle your moments of uncertainty in this new way from now on. You used to flee them, rushing into any decision that promised relief from the discomfort of not knowing. Now you know better. Uncertainty is not an enemy to outrun. It is a room to stand still in until I turn on the light. When you pause inside it, instead of bolting, you see what the hurried never see. Trust the pause. It has become one of the safest places you own. You are learning that not everything deserves your response. Some things are meant to pass by, like weather, requiring nothing from you but patience. Others are assignments that will wait for their proper hour. This discernment is settling into you, teaching you where your strength belongs and where it would only be spilled. When you stop answering everything, you finally have enough left to answer what matters. That is not indifference. That is aim. Alertness will matter in the days just ahead, so keep your lamp trimmed. The trouble I warned you about at the beginning has not changed its plans, but you have changed your readiness, and readiness is what decides the outcome. What would have found you distracted will now find you standing. What would have entered unnoticed will now be seen at the gate. This is what these moments together have built. Not fear, preparedness. And preparedness wearing peace is the strongest posture a soul can hold. Carry the ones you love into this same covering. Speak my name over them in the quiet. Ask my hedge around their comings and goings. You cannot stand beside them in every moment, but I can, and I do not sleep. Job rose early and prayed over his household continually, and heaven marked it. Your prayers for your loved ones are not scattering into empty air. They are standing orders in my kingdom, and they outlast the day you prayed them. Let that assurance rest over your household tonight, and let it hold there long after this hour has passed. Hold fast to what has been placed in you today. The warning that turned you, the pause that guards you, the discernment that filters what reaches your heart, the boundaries that keep your garden whole, the quiet that lets you hear me. These are not scattered lessons. They are one armor fitted to you piece by piece in this single hour. Wear all of it. The soldier who leaves one strap loose invites the arrow to the gap, and when the tested moment comes, and it will come, remember how this felt. Remember the steadiness in you right now. You will not need to summon courage from nowhere, because courage is simply the memory of my faithfulness applied to the present hour. Look back at every road I have already brought you through. Not one promise I made has fallen to the ground. The record is your armor too. Walk forward then, but walk awake. Move through your days with your ear tuned to the low whisper underneath the noise. Question the urgent, honor the quiet signal, keep short accounts with me, speaking often, hiding nothing. A soul in constant conversation with heaven is nearly impossible to ambush. That is the life I am inviting you into. Not a single rescued moment, but a guarded and guided way of living. Do not fear the future. You cannot see. I am already present in it. The way light is already at the end of a tunnel while you are still inside the dark of it. Every day you are walking toward provisions I have stationed, people I have appointed, and places prepared before you asked. The road between here and there holds nothing that you and I together cannot pass, and you will never again walk any part of it without me. Let your heart be still now. The urgency that opened this word has done its work. You stayed, you listened, you received. The danger that required this warning now requires your obedience. Nothing more. Take the pause. Test the door. Guard the gate. Release what I named. Trust what I promised. Do these, and you will look back on this day as the day the direction of things quietly changed. I am with you when the morning comes and the day demands more than you think you have. I am with you at midday when the noise is loudest and the choices crowd in. I am with you at night when the questions circle and the house goes quiet. There is no hour of yours that I am absent from, no step of yours that I have not gone ahead of. This is not a promise for the strong. It is a promise for the and you, by staying to the end of this word, have shown me your willingness. So go now into what remains of this day, covered and not exposed, led and not driven, awake and not wandering. My peace I leave with you, not as the world gives, thin and temporary, but as I give, deep and abiding and stronger than whatever tried to reach you this season. You were warned because you are loved. You are loved because you are mine, and what is mine I keep. Say yes, Lord. I am ready to walk forward if you receive this word into your life today. Do not let this sacred moment of destiny pass you by. Your breakthrough is waiting. If you desire to deepen your connection, join Archangel Michael's inner circle immediately through the exclusive link pinned in the comment. Whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our community. This is how you guarantee you never miss the direct, personalized messages that are specifically meant to elevate and empower your life. But your presence, attention, and energy already mean the world. Take the step. Your abundance awaits.